What if I told you that one man controlled more territory than the Roman Empire at its height, commanded the most feared military force on earth, and made the kings of Europe sleep with one eye open? This is the story of Suleiman the Magnificent, the Sultan who built an empire that stretched across 3 continents. The year is 1520. A 25-year-old prince ascends to the Ottoman throne in Constantinople. His father, Selim the Grim, had doubled the empire's size. Now all eyes watched to see if this young sultan could match his father's legacy. What nobody knew was that this man would surpass every Ottoman ruler before him and reign for an astonishing 46 years. Suleiman wasted no time proving himself. Within a year of taking power, he set his sights on Belgrade, the gateway to Central Europe. This fortress had resisted Ottoman attacks for over 70 years. Previous sultans had failed. Suleiman would not. In 1521, after a brutal siege, Belgrade fell. Europe trembled. The Ottoman wolf was at the door. But Suleiman was just getting started. The following year, he turned his attention to Rhodes, home of the Knights Hospitaller. These Christian warriors had been a thorn in Ottoman trade routes for centuries. After a 6-month siege that cost tens of thousands of lives, Rhodes surrendered. Suleiman, showing the magnanimity that would become his trademark, allowed the knights to leave with their weapons and honor. This was not mere cruelty he sought, but glory. The Sultan's greatest military campaign came in 1526 at the Battle of Mohacs. The Hungarian army, led by King Louis II, stood against the Ottoman war machine. The battle lasted just 2 hours. The Hungarian king drowned fleeing the field. Hungary, once a powerful kingdom, was shattered. Suleiman had opened the doors to Central Europe. 3 years later, in 1529, Suleiman marched on Vienna itself, the heart of the Habsburg Empire. For the first time, Ottoman armies besieged a major Western European capital. Though the siege ultimately failed due to harsh weather and overstretched supply lines, the message was clear. Nowhere in Europe was safe from Ottoman power. But Suleiman was far more than a conqueror. His own people called him Kanuni, meaning the lawgiver. He completely reformed Ottoman law, creating a legal code that would govern the empire for 300 years. He protected religious minorities, allowing Christians and Jews to practice their faiths. Under his rule, the Ottoman Empire became a beacon of relative tolerance in an age of religious persecution. And then there was Hurrem. Born Roxolana, she was a slave girl from Ukraine who captured the Sultan's heart so completely that he did the unthinkable. He freed her and married her, making her his legal wife. No Ottoman Sultan had done this in centuries. Their love story scandalized the empire but produced the poetry and passion that humanized the most powerful man on earth. Suleiman wrote her verses of longing that survive to this day. The Sultan's reign marked the golden age of Ottoman arts and architecture. The legendary architect Sinan built over 300 structures, including the magnificent Süleymaniye Mosque in Istanbul, which still dominates the skyline today. Ottoman miniature painting, calligraphy, and ceramics reached heights never seen before or since. Yet power comes with terrible costs. Court intrigue and the influence of Hurrem led Suleiman to execute his own firstborn son, Mustafa, whom many considered the ideal heir. It was a decision that haunted him until his death and arguably set the empire on a path of eventual decline. Suleiman died as he lived, on campaign, during the siege of Szigetvar in Hungary in 1566. He was 71 years old. His death was kept secret for weeks so the army would not lose morale. When the truth emerged, an empire mourned. Suleiman the Magnificent left behind an empire at its absolute peak, stretching from Algeria to Iraq, from Hungary to Yemen. He had transformed the Ottomans from a regional power into a global superpower. His laws, his buildings, and his legend endure 5 centuries later, a testament to one of history's most remarkable rulers.